Hi guys, today we're installing some cabinets. It's not something I've done before. However, it can't be as difficult as it appears to be. We are filling in cabinets from here, all across the way, all the wall here to this corner. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So, like so, here's the corner, there's the corner piece over there, and we're going to touch the wall this side. I've got this side panel, and underneath is the panel that's going to touch the wall over here. I'm going to put up a short clip to show you what that looks like. Okay guys, this is the bottom view of the cupboard. That's the longer panel that's going against the wall. And then we've got the side panel here that's attached to the longer panel. And that is how the two cupboards are going to be put together. I've got a 2.4mm countersunk drill bit. And it's not necessary, but it does help start the hole and prevent cracking. Okay. I then have 3.5mm by 40mm square head screws. Let's drill in the first one. Remember, no fear. Everything's going to be okay. First one's in. Beautiful. Alright, so let's drill another one here in the middle. Make sure we stick to the middle of the blank. Alright, one side done. Okay. Okay, we've done the side. What I want to do before we do the cleats is do all corners, seeing that I only have two framing clamps. I'm going to remove the framing clamps from here and here, move them to the side, and do that corner. And then we're going to come back and do the cleats. And then we're going to do the shelf. Try and make sure you are drilling 90 degrees to the surface. So you don't want any deviation this way, because that's just going to make you sad. We have one complete box. Whew. It's done. Now time for the cleats. So this is a cleat. Also a good test of your 90 degrees. I'm gonna have to try to find a way of securing this, but looks quite good. Now we're gonna draw boop boop and beep beep. Don't know why Why am I making that sound? Losing my shit. So ideally, when you have the cleat here, you'd like a long clamp that goes across the span of the cupboard like this to hold it in place, but I don't have that. So I've been ingenious, and I've got two clamps, just holding them on each side to make sure they flush. And another one here when I have space for my drill. Alright, so a bit of context here, guys. I've turned the closet on its side. I've gotten one of the shelves, and I measured from the top of the cupboard where I want to put the shelf, and I'm attaching it to the sides of the shelf. We're going to have to turn this whole thing around for me to work on attaching it to that side. I must say it's a lot easier to work like this. Just don't have a... Beautiful. What do you think of the cupboards, Roxanne? Carcasses are looking good. I have built 4 so far. I still need to do the corner one. I've been doing the edging for the corner one. I'll show you guys how I've done that. So how do I put an edge on this melamine board? So what I've done is I've gotten this hybrid polymer, it's called Fixel. Get a nice bead going. Some of the strip, lay it down nice and flat. I'll fetch that now. I'm going to push it down very firmly. Get the glue coming out both sides. Now we're wait for it to dry. I've glued down the piece of edging. Now I'm going to take this wood file, and it's very important to keep it flat. So then I'm just going to keep it flat, and I'm going to start going like this. It's actually a better way of doing it, and just you do a bit of a cutting motion like that, always maintaining the flat plane, because then you know the edge is going to be cut off perfectly flush with the side of the board. See, flat. Very nice and flat. And these are mistakes from the factory, which was a bit annoying, but the rest of it looks very nice and smooth. So we've built all the carcasses that we need. This is the small side carcass. Similar to how I built these big ones over here. I'm going to now take you through the installation of the side panel. So remember, this side panel is slightly bigger than the cupboard so that it sticks out a little bit, just like this one here. I've put on one side panel, and I'm going to show you how I've done that. It's flush with the top of the cupboard. It's 10 centimeters below the cupboard, so the cupboard is essentially raised, and then there are legs on the bottom. I've done. All right, let's do the smaller cupboard because it's a bit easier to show you. Side panel's going to go on this side. Remember, we want it to be flush with the top of the cupboard, so that we're essentially giving one side of the cupboard legs. 10 centimeters of legs over here. This piece that's proud on this side is for the doors, so that the doors close in. So we'll put screws in one corner and that corner to make sure it's flush. And to put the side panel on, I've gotten these screws. The 40mm screws are a little bit long, so they'd go all the way through. So now I've gotten 30mm. Let me just see what you can see. Okay, cool. So we're going to we put the board on, cupboard's underneath. I'm going to check for it being flush here. Put a screw in here. I'm going to go this side now, this corner here. Maybe I should just drop the camera down a bit so you can see. One more screw. The next step is to put the feet on to the base of each cupboard. And I've got something like this, it's called a kitchen leg, and it goes on like that. This little flap here needs to overlap the wall so that the weight of the wall gets distributed to this flap. If I had to put the legs on while this cupboard was flat on the floor, and then I try to tilt this cupboard back up again, with the legs, the cupboard would touch the ceiling. But luckily I have a friend who's quite good at building cupboards, professional installer. These legs actually come apart. So I'm going to put this base on first. Well, I'm first going to lean this down flat, put this base on, lean the cupboard back up again, lift it slightly off the ground, and then, so this piece will be attached. Then once this is lifted up, I'll pop the legs in. You don't always need this clip. This clip is for a kick plate, but we are going to put the kick plate up against the foot and we're going to screw it in from the top. So we're looking at 5 centimeters from the side. Like so. Some pilers. Some 19mm screws. The reason is I don't obviously want them to come out the bottom of the cupboard at the top. Make sure it's there we go. Now we are going to lift this cupboard into place. So there's the thing I drilled in, and here's the leg. Now you can just adjust them. There's a little leg you can adjust, and then find your level here, and then you're done with one cupboard.
Face, God.
You move the cupboard with your face. You put yourself on the line there, babe. Okay, so let's put these legs on.
Okay.
So we're going to tilt towards you.
When you're ready.
1, 2, 3, go.
Okay.
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
Okay, let's do the other side. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, 1, 2.
Nice.
Sweet. Let's move it. So I'm going to go to you.
Oh, you're going to go here first?
Yeah, let's do that first.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Now the other one, fits snugly
Now we're going to just...
without any problems.
That's where the...
So it's going to go in this way.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
So
now
I'm
we're
gonna-
going to try not to get my face involved.
Okay. Gonna stop tilting.
Okay. Okay. Oh, it's okay, it wasn't that bad.
Okay, start tilting back up. Tilting back up.
I'm trying. Okay.
Sakes.
Okay.
Come on, babe.
I'm giving you. Okay.
Right,
Where's your
listen.
feet?
Where are the legs? They're there. Jesus. It's not enough space. Okay.
2, 3. Okay.
We hope it fits, eh?
Yeah. Do you want to, we want to get a close up of this.
Okay. Okay. Please God fit. So close.
Try again. My fingers were there. Try now.
Oh, damn. What doesn't it want to fit?
And it feels like there's gap here.
It's just the bottom that's the problem.
So let's straighten a bit this. Let's come out a bit more this way. Okay, I'll do this side, you do that side.
Holy fuck.
Yes! Bump it.
Wow, that was really
It's harder.
more difficult than I thought it was going to be.
Hell. Oh yeah. Look at my cupboards. Mm-hmm. Yeah, looking good. You know what this means, Maddie? We need to go shopping.
No, you use what you have. Okay guys, the cupboards are in, and what remains for me to do is make sure that they are level with the floor and as level as they can be with the wall. The one problem that I have, and you might have as well, is that the wall isn't perfectly flat or 90 degrees to the floor. So it's not always 90 degrees. Like you can see, this gap here is big, and there it's a lot smaller. So Just do your best to get them as level as possible. And at the same time, I need to make sure that my kick plate fits under quite snugly. So as you can see, as I So I've attached all the carcasses. Got some screws at the top, some screws here. I've got these stickies, these white little stickies, so it's not so offensive. And it's looking good. It's quite solid. And now we need to attach it to the wall. So I want to attach it up there in the back so you can't see. And yeah, each cupboard will get a bracket to the wall, and then I might add some more depending how it feels. Then we're going to put the bars in. Level, and I can see that this cupboard can move a little bit more against the wall here. So I'm pushing it, and then I'm going to attach the bracket here, like so. And I've had a look at all the other cupboards, and the level isn't affected, so we can go ahead and do that. That, and then we just pop a screw in the side here. Nice. So there's a saying, measure twice, cut once. I have another alternate theory. Measure at least 100 times and then cut. Okay. Installing large closet doors by yourself, intimidating? Very. Will it fall off? Will it crush me? Will it be skew? How will I do this? I will show you. What you need first, guys, is a tool that I created myself. And it has helped me tremendously. The fingers of destiny. Let me show you. We know that the door must be flush with this board over here. And I have some of these boards cut out for the kickbacks, the board that actually goes underneath here. What I did was create a finger system where the door will lie upon the boards and it'll be flush with the bottom of this. Simple, just screwing 2-3 of these together with a little bit of whatever in the middle to create a spread finger pattern. Ha ha ha. What I have for my doors is white gloss MDF and they've pre-drilled the hinge holes, so it arrived like that from the manufacturer. I've just laid it down on the towel, an old towel, to keep it from scratching. Alright guys, so we're going to install the hinge. This little circular part slips into the hinge hole that's been cut, and you're looking for a 90-degree angle here. Let's drill a few pilot holes. Like so. Like that. All right, we are ready to move the door into place. Now, this is where my fingers come into their own. I'm gonna pop it down like that. Door is stable. Plastic needs to come off. Now, we're going to push it right up to the edge of the door, like so. This screw you can undo, and we make sure that this bracket is in this full position this way. This will give you room to adjust it this way when the door is on completely. So just tighten that down, like so. We'll get to this screw now. So the trickiest part, once we've lined up the door, flush with the edge of the cupboard, and the brackets are lightly touching, because the brackets are fully open now. They lightly touch, we're going to attach one screw to this top bracket, and then we'll go down to the bottom and put in one screw, and then one in the middle. Soft close. Now you see we have a big gap between the two cupboard doors. Now the other screw, which I was talking about, is how you fix that gap. So I'm going to take you in a bit closer here. This screw, if you screw this in, you can see it's moving the bracket further away from the wall. This door is coming out this way, which means when you close this door, this gap will be smaller. So we're going to do that for all three of them on both sides, and we'll see what the gap looks like. Beautiful. And that's how you hang a cupboard door. So you can see these doors are now looking really good. The gap is consistent and nice and tidy. The final step is putting on the handles. And I've racked my brain to try to find what the quickest way of doing this is, because we want all the handles to be level. And I do have this over here, It's a tool for drilling holes indoors so that they are level, but it's not wide enough for this handle. So then I got this, guys, and I think this is something useful that everyone should have. It's a self-leveling laser. So what I have done already is I've measured points where I've measured this distance to where the handle starts, and it's perfectly level all the way across. So a very handy tool. I'm going to draw them in and then we are done, guys, with the projects.
How?
Looking good? Yeah?
I just thought about having a nap, and here you put up experiment. That's amazing.
Thanks, babe.
Wow.
Well, it's looking good.
You did that
Looks
so
good, eh?
quickly. Yeah. It looks better than good. It looks like
Really?
really good, yeah.
Are you saying it for the camera as well so that people will believe you?
It is recording. Wow, we were.
It's cool, eh?
Yeah. Holy shit.
It's pretty cool, eh?
Oh, it looks really good. Check that out.
Yeah.
Nice.